Hello, survivors. I've got 3 things that you should never, ever say to someone who's going through a narcissistic, abusive divorce. I'm going to start with the 3rd thing. Do not ever tell them to move on. Move on. Get over it. If you really want them to heal, they need to be able to talk about it as much as they can, as much as they need to, and they need to make sure that they're able to have a soft place to fall. And when you say things like get over it or move on, it's dismissive of their feelings. It's not only dismissive of their feelings, it's as if you're trying to say that really wasn't that big of a deal when it nearly killed them. If someone took a gun and pointed it at their face and just barely missed and they just barely survived, and you say move on. If someone kidnapped their children and you may never see them again, or maybe you will see them again, and you say, oh, just move on. If someone took all of their property and valuables and left them with nothing financially to live on, and you say, well, it's just stuff, get over it, move on, that's being dismissive. The second thing you never want to say to someone who's going through a narcissistic abuse divorce is you need to do forgiveness for them in order for you to heal. Yes, I do believe that we should forgive anyone who hurts us. I do believe that wholeheartedly. But that forgiveness should start with them, because they're going through a lot of guilt and shame. And when you're telling them to put someone who has literally tried to kill them into a forgiveness space, what you're saying is your feelings are not as important. So please remember to tell them to forgive themselves. Forgive yourself for staying too long. Forgive yourself for even having a relationship with someone who would do this to you. Forgive yourself. And once you're able to forgive yourself, then you can move on to forgiving the person who literally has been trying to kill you with narcissistic abuse. And the final thing, the last thing I want to remind you, the most important thing I want to tell you, please do not give them any advice unless you've walked in some little bit of their shoes. Unless you're walking beside them, unless you're actually helping them physically. Not with your words, not with your comments online, but unless you're literally calling them and saying, when can I meet you at the lawyer appointment? When can I be there with you at the hospital? When can I be with you when you go to therapy? When can I be with you to sit by you while you're crying at night? And unless you're doing that, don't give them any advice, because you don't understand. This is about survival. This is survivalship. And if you're not really in the game, don't give them any advice. God loves you.